Times Square mayhem incident yesterday. It looked like terrorism. It felt like terrorism. I mean, there's so many things going on around in the world, but it, definitely looked like it, and it hurt people. Over 13 were injured. It's close to 20 now? Yeah, it's gone up. There was a man accused initially of steering his car onto one of the busiest sidewalks. In case you didn't know that, Times Square, one of the busiest sidewalks. And, people from all over the world, obviously, Times Square, checking it out. This guy was charged, it's a good thing, with murder and 20 counts of attempted murder. Bad day for this guy. Well, it was a robbery. He was in the middle of a robbery, from what I understand now, and he was trying to evade police. So I'm looking at a photo right now, a video provided by Oscar Reyes and Richard Rojas, both of them arrested after a fatal automotive accident. New York City's Times Square yesterday. And authorities and witnesses said Rojas drove his car the wrong way up Times Square and plowed into pedestrians on the sidewalk. Richard Rojas of the Bronx also was charged late Thursday with 5 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide. 26-year-old Rojas was arrested, and after his car sped down 3 blocks in Times Square, hitting nearly 24 people before steel security barriers finally stopped him. An 18-year-old tourist from Michigan, Alyssa Elsman, was killed, and her 13-year-old sister was among the 22 injured, 4 of them critically. Rojas had been arraigned, his arraignment scheduled for today. It wasn't clear if he had a lawyer at this time, but the suspect had served in the U.S. Navy, but was discharged after disciplinary problems, military officials said. After his arrest, he told police he was hearing voices and expected to die. Interesting. Hearing voices. Trying to go for the insanity plea. Oh, I'm sure he'll get a lawyer. I mean, you get lawyered up, somebody will lawyer him up, but what a terrible thing. What an awful thing to do to people, and God bless the family, and speedy recoveries for all of them, but that's just a rough time and totally unexpected. You never dream in a million years that something like that would happen, but our prayers certainly with all those folks trying to deal with it. And Rojas, apparently, he was intoxicated as well in that car, hearing voices with alcohol, so we don't know if the guy's schizophrenia, we don't know what's happening in his mind, but certainly not in his right mind, but trying to evade, once again, police from a robbery. Crazy. The rocker Chris Cornell, his family very disturbed by the suicide, according to reports, and they're believing right now that the reports are not true. Believes the death may be drug-related. Family of rocker Chris Cornell speaking out amid headlines claiming that the Soundgarden singer, he was an international rock star, by the way, they're saying that he took his own life after an autopsy revealed Cornell hanged himself. So there's toxicity tests that are being done to try to figure out what was in his blood, what happened. But a lot of people are mourning his death, and certainly very, very well known. And a very, very sad story. Cornell's wife, Vicky, said that she spoke to her husband after the Detroit performance where he was rocking out, and told her that he may have taken an extra, I guess, aspirin or something like this, or 2, and was slurring his words. I don't think aspirin would do that. Alvetin. Oh, there it is. That's not aspirin. I thought there was a leave. That wouldn't slur your words. Interesting. Chris' death is a loss for words for so many people. Created an emptiness in the family's hearts. Never will be filled again. Vicky told reporters what's happened is just unexplainable at this time. So they're trying to investigate, finding out what happened to this Soundgarden rocker. Yes, Chris Cornell. And in 1994, Rolling Stone actually interviewed Cornell and said that he struggled with substance abuse issues. He was respected, though, in the music industry. He reached success in every band, and he was in lots of them through the years. Memorable and powerful, skilled songwriter and collaborator on a number of film soundtracks, including the James Bond theme song for 2006's Casino Royale and The Keeper from the film Machine Gun Preacher, which earned Cornell a Golden Globe nomination. Definitely be missed. But they say, I don't know, oddly enough, that death goes in numbers, where it's like 3. So we got Roger Ailes from Fox and him. And gosh, who's next? It just seems like it goes that way as far as notables go. I mean, there's a lot of us peons, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't get any of that press information, but the big time. So who knows if you keep up with that stuff. But it does seem like it is in numbers every single time. By the way, this half hour brought to you by 123 Ready TV. It is an app that literally puts the entertainment movie business in your hands. If you have an Android device, such as a tablet or a phone, it is excellent. It'll stream all these movies, and for one low price of $19.99. You buy it one time of $19.99, and every single movie that's in the theater, and even before sometimes it gets to the theater, you can find it commercial-free. Great quality, because the internet's already streaming it. This thing captures it, finds it, puts it in order so you can enjoy it flawlessly, and you'll enjoy it immensely. It's a very well thought out app. I use it. A lot of friends use it. I've cut cable. Tired of paying $80 a month for just cable. Now, you need internet access. So you have an unlimited plan on your phone, or you have it at home. It's a great thing. Take it on the road with you. But you can watch all the titles, all the classics, all the new stuff for $19.99. Get it on our website at forthepeopleshow.com. You may have heard of us talk about it, but now you can see it in action. There's a video at forthepeopleshow.com. Click on the store page specifically, and then watch this thing in action. It doesn't matter how young or old you are, how savvy you are, and you have to have a smartphone. So if you have one of these cricket phones, on non-internet phones, it's not going to work there. But if you have an Android device, such as a tablet, or do you have a personal computer? If you have a PC, then this thing will be your best friend. And you can knock yourself out with all these titles. But, man, you can't beat the price. It's a nominal fee, and they're going to be raising it before long here. So take advantage of the $19.99 price point, which is just fantastic, and start enjoying the latest movies sooner rather than later. And like me, I'm always looking at ways to actually save money, and this thing actually does it for me every single time. You can find it most amusing because I get, all the DVDs and stuff like that. I can't keep up with it. And that's where the streaming is anyway. So if you're already used to Netflix or anything like that, it's similar to that, but you can't find all the titles. They don't have everything there. And then they take movies out, and then you have to look for it and pay for it. Never pay for it again. One time only, $19.99. More For the People right around the corner. Don't go anywhere.
Can you survive this thing called life? We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us. It went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on, to trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
The internet is a big place, but 123 Ready TV has made it easy to start enjoying all of the current movies you enjoy and those movie classics. What if I told you that you could start streaming everything now and all the latest movies for just $19.99? And it's a one-time charge, not monthly. 123 Ready TV is a media app that you can have on your PC or your Android phone. You see, this app allows you to stream movies and TV shows, weather, and anything you already have on your PC or your phone or on the internet. Plus, no commercials. Find out why so many people are using this amazing media player. Start saving money and start enjoying all your favorite TV shows now and movies for just a one-time payment of $19.99. To get yours, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com and click on the store page for your 123 Ready TV. Making a difference is something we strive to do each day at For the People. Our broadcast takes today's news and puts it into perspective with a common sense approach. Even Bill Clinton on the stump said that it was broken, it was laughable, it was a joke, it wasn't helping people, real people, it wasn't, because the premiums are too high. For the People needs your help. We are asking you to help us raise $5,000 so we can get the word out to more places that might one day carry For the People. Just log on to For the People's website at forthepeopleshow.com. By partnering with us, you're ensuring our survival and giving others the opportunity to hear a quality show that cares about America and your future. To make a donation, type forthepeopleshow.com into your browser. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thank you for your support. Keith Allen and For the People, and I was just listening to that promo that I cut several weeks ago. We still need your help. Please don't grow weary in giving. If you haven't given already to our Summer Station campaign, remember, we are listener-supported. We cannot do this without you. We need your help. So if you've been thinking about giving, now is the time to do it because we're really trying to push that rock up the hill. And I'm not a quitter. And I know that so many of you already know this. We've been doing the show for over 2 years. Took it over from a big guy, Chuck Harder, literally. Chuck started this all back over 20-something years ago. So we want to keep the legacy alive, but I need your help to do it. Okay, plain and simple. You can make the donation one time right now at forthepeopleshow.com. You'll make me very happy today if you take care of that. And that way we can get this campaign going and start getting the right people doing what they need to do to make the calls, send out the information, and also run some ads. So the decision makers in other markets that are not caring for the people can make that decision. But we feel like we have something unique here. We hear from people from all over the country that love the show and they like the show. And I just always say, well, if you like it, support it. But I always liken this to a church. I don't know why, but it's because I'm friends with a lot of ministers, and they're very transparent at what happens. And it's a constant. It's in all churches. But, you know, there are people that attend and they don't give for whatever reason. They just decide they don't want it. The offering plate goes, they pass it by. They will never give. I don't know what that is, but they attend, they don't give. And then there's those that make up for all of those folks that don't give. And thank God for them, because the lights wouldn't be on. They wouldn't have programs for kids. They wouldn't be able to feed the poor or help people out in the community.